my feel-good breakfast show.
Welkom terug, is ingeskakel by 'n goed voel ontbytprogram. Dis Expresso hier op SABC3.
Yeah. Now, I know that, there's been a lot going into programs in prisons to make sure that rehabilitation happens and that when the inmates do come out, they are a productive part of society. And you had a great adventure when you went to a prison restaurant, believe it or not.
Exactly. I went to two of South Africa's iconic prisons.
Yeah.
I started off at Pollsmoor prison in Turkey, and then I went to Drakenstein afterwards to experience their culinary skills. I went to restaurants. Many people actually don't know this, but you can go there and you can eat breakfast, lunch, and it's not only affordable, but the food is really good.
Wow.
So the offenders actually cook for you, but that's part of the rehabilitation program.
Yeah.
And it's just great to see that these guys actually learn new skills and they get a new take on life.
Yeah, I definitely need to put that on my bucket list of things to do. Check out that, man.
Yeah, man, I must say, it was a little bit intimidating driving to Pollsmoor, but afterwards, it was all cool.
Well, let's take a look at the adventure then. As Ewan nears the gates of the Pollsmoor maximum security prison, he can't help but feel a little nervous. After all, the connotations usually associated with prisons are those of violence and dangerous criminals. However, at two South African institutions, inmates are striving to build a reputation of a more positive nature. Join Ewan as he gets a glimpse inside the high fences.
Okay, so I have to be honest. The first time I heard I'm going to be having breakfast and lunch at two of South Africa's most iconic high-security prisons, I was quite apprehensive, and the drive into Pollsmoor was quite intimidating with all the high-security fences. But I've only heard good things about the Iklanati restaurant here at Pollsmoor, and I can't wait to get stuck into a good breakfast because I'm starving.
Iklanati means eat with us. As part of his rehabilitation program, Pollsmoor Prison allows low-security prisoners to work in their kitchen and learn a new skill. The low-key restaurant offers hearty meals at an affordable price, and Ewan meets up with some of the inmates.
How did you end up here as part of the kitchen staff?
Well, we were interviewed on our admission at Pollsmoor, and we were asked what our background experiences are. And based on what we did outside, we were classed according to those categories, and I was fortunate enough to land up over here.
And up until this point, what has the experience been like?
Well, it's been stunning. It's given me a sense of purpose, having to wake up every morning, and it's really aroused a certain desire to live rather than to exist inside Pollsmoor.
The restaurant serves a range of different meals, including breakfast, sandwiches, and grills. For Ewan, a tasty bacon and egg breakfast awaits. The amazing quality of food at the restaurant comes cheap. The most expensive meal on the menu is the spare ribs at 60 Rand. Daily specials like curries, lasagna, and stews are also served. The restaurant also caters for functions and special events. After his hearty meal, Ewan meets up with Ntombokolo Machabani, coordinator of human resources, to chat about the program.
It's nice to see that there's such a strong focus on rehabilitation and skills development.
We have to, because remember that our intention is to make sure that we don't keep offenders here, but we prepare them for reintegration back into the community. That is why you see the skills development programs that we do, where you've just had your breakfast. That's where we also develop some of the offenders in terms of the hospitality industry and all the other cooking skills as well.
Now that was a brilliant experience. I had so much fun. I didn't feel scared or uneasy at any point, and the staff was so warm and welcoming. Definitely worth a visit. But now it's off to lunch at Drakenstein in Franschoek.
From one side of the Cape to another, Ewan leaves Pollsmoor prison in Turkey to trek to the wine route for his second meal of the day.
So after a beautiful scenic drive, working up a bit of an appetite, I finally arrived at the Drakenstein prison, formerly known as the Victor Verster prison, and this is where Mr. Nelson Mandela, former President Tata Madiba, served the last 3 years of his 27-year sentence. So lots of history here, but I'm here to eat at the beautiful a la carte restaurants, and I can't wait to see what they're going to serve up.
Nelson Mandela was in fact moved from Pollsmoor prison to the Drakenstein Correctional Centre in 1988. He lived in a private house inside the prison compound. Drakenstein take their rehabilitation program very seriously and is proud of the work being done here.
We are working with the mind, the heart and the hands of offenders. It contributes towards crime prevention. Every time you release an offender who is fully rehabilitated, who is properly skilled, and who is integrated into the community, it sends a positive message to society.
Manfred, ek's mal oor die plek, is baie verwelkomend.
Dit is nogal, weet jy, ons kan tot 100 mense op 'n slag hier akkommodeer en ek beloof vir jou die publiek stroom in, sowel as natuurlik ons beamptes wat hier werk. Ja.
Welkom daar Rika.
So jy kan sien ons het 'n verskeidenheid van keuse, ontbyt, middagete en dan op Vrydae is ons ook oop vir die publiek, so mense stroom nogal in.
Dudley, ek hoor die seekosplatter is absoluut fantasties. Ek dink ek gaan met hom gaan.
Uitstekende gedagte.
En het jy enige nuwe vaardighede aangeleer vandat jy hier by die à la carte werk?
Ek is nou op so vir 6 maande hier by die à la carte en die experience wat ek al so ver opgetel het al vir wat ek hier werk. Kan nou soorte van kosse maak, soorte van wat op die menu is. Kan ek veel voorberei en ek kan veel waiters soos jy kan sien.
So wat is jou plan vir vorentoe as jy nou vrygelaat word? Hoe gaan jy die vaardighede aanwend in die buitelewe?
My gedagte is om Stellenbosch te gaan om 'n werk te gaan. Hoopelik sien hulle my en gee my 'n kans om 'n werk te doen.
En ek wens jou alle sterkte toe, maar nou wag ek vir daai platter.
Okay, ek is nou.
Dankie meneer.
The food is fresh and delicious. Ewan's seafood platter is prepared with the utmost care and is a tasty lunch. Drakenstein and Pollsmoor serve as a testament to the rehabilitation programs run by the prisons that they can be successful in helping inmates build quality skills that can be enjoyed by all.
I had such a great time having breakfast and lunch at the two prisons and finding out about the fantastic work the officials are doing with the skills development programs. And just like Tata Madiba was released here from Drakenstein on the 11th of February 1990 with lots of hope for South Africa, I really do hope that offenders like Dudley will leave here with a brand new lease on life.
It's never too late for a second chance, and that's what these restaurants are providing. Both are open for breakfast and lunch, so come on, give it a try.